Right then, here we go. Have you seen this? The latest. Forget about the boobs on here. Actually, can't really see it. Yeah. Anyway, the main thing is, if I turn to page, it's in the Daily Star by the way. Doctor Who race battle. Apparently the black actors turned down the role because they felt that the BBC was patronising and that basically they were only casting a black actor to be politically correct. Now, Nigel Pawley of the Daily Star has said BBC bosses were desperate to cast the black Doctor Who, it was revealed last night. But the politically correct move was foiled when the two top targets snubbed the role. That left the Doctor open for virtually unknown white actor Matt Smith to land the part. Now the attempts to choose the 11th Time Lord on the grounds of race have come under fierce attack. Robin Tilbrook of the English Democrat said, "The BBC take others' money and then try to impose their views and values on us. It's a creepy form of social engineering." And Doctor Who fan Alex Hooker of St Albans Herts fumed, "What on earth has a trendy right-on recruitment policy got to do with sci-fi entertainment? Ability. They should have just gone for the best man for the role. It is extremely patronising to black actors to think they can't compete for roles on ability alone. We can reveal that the selection process became a battle between BBC chiefs and show producers. Key executives were keen to break new ground by casting a black actor." Right? But the hotly tipped front-runners, Survivors actor Patterson Joseph, 44, and Kinky Boots star Chiwetel Ejiofor, 34, both ruled themselves out of the running. They would not commit to the role in the long term, but sources say that there were also fears of tokenism. However, it enabled Doctor Who's new executive producers, Stephen Moffat, 47, and Piers Wegener, 36, to turn to Party Animals star Matt, 26. He takes the role of the high-profile Time Lord in 2010, replacing David Tennant, 37, and will stay in the show for 3 years or at least 5 years. BBC Spin Doctors have made a big play that Matt was the first choice of the programme makers. But a BBC source says the key phrase in programme makers, some executives were desperate for a black actor to take the role. Patterson and Chiwetel were both at the top of the list, though both ended up ruling themselves out once they found out what would be expected of them. Fact: there's no doubt that one or other of them would have walked into the role had they had not done so. Once they were out of the running, the producers went to Plan B, a young unknown who would happily commit to the part long term. The so-called colourblind casting policy allows historical fact to be ignored, so actors can be cast on the basis of ability rather than their colour of the skin. It has been adopted in other BBC dramas, with black actors appearing in Merlin and Robin Hood. And last year, Christmas Day's episode of Doctor Who, set in Victorian England, features a black girl called Rosita, played by Valile Tishabala, 24. A BBC spokesman said Stephen Moffat knew Matt Smith was right for the part as soon as he walked in. Matt got the role because he's the best man for the job. And their views on this Well, my view on this is it's what I expected. The fact of the matter is that Matt Smith really is not as good as Patterson Joseph. The colour of skin should not make a difference, unless you're really racist and that. We all know that Patterson Joseph is a damn good actor. You know, we all know that. He'd have been better for the part. And as if you've seen him how he would have looked, end of the day, you know, I don't care on the colour of the skin of the person that plays Doctor Who. To quote the Brigadier, as long as he does the job, he can wear what face he likes. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. I don't care on the age of the Time Lord, as long as the piece is done properly, as long as you can believe in the characters, as long as you can see a difference between one Doctor and the next. I mean, Christopher Eccleston's Doctor is vastly different to David Tennant's Doctor, and I'm hoping Matt Smith does an equally good performance in his Doctor. I think he'll do a gothic performance. But what really annoys me is that he wasn't the first choice, like Stephen Moffat said. According to the papers, those black actors would have been chosen for the role of Doctor Who. And to believe it or not, I don't think they'd have done a bad job of it. You know, it's time that we push the prejudices to the side, unless we want to remain, you know, racial. The colour of skin is to do with pigmentation. There are good and bad. There is good and bad in all of us. You know, Matt Smith might not be the person for the role of the Doctor, but he's been saddled with it by the looks of it, because the other contenders decided to pull out. It's a shame, really. He's got big boots to fill. I was hoping that Stephen Moffat was telling the truth when he said that Matt Smith blew him away at the interview, but maybe he was the only choice left after two well-established actors decided to leave. Because let's face it, how patronising. How patronising. It's like saying, you know, the person to play Fagin only got the job because he was Jewish. Do you know what I mean? It's patronising. Fact of the matter is, I don't care if he's black, yellow, green, whatever colour the Doctor. It doesn't bother me. What does bother me is that a relatively unknown has been cast as Doctor Who. He's been cast on the basis of the fact that he's the third choice, not the first choice. And that is what bothers me. What do you think? Let me know. Take care, bye for now.